No, because I think there's burgers in there still. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Seat cushions falling off. It doesn't look like anybody's showing up. You're here. All right. Good evening, Greg. Hey, give me a bottle of water, please. Thank you. Junkyard. Ooh. Thank you. Kathy and I had some place we had to be at 11. Went there. We were done by 11:30. Decided to go to lunch. Went to this restaurant, and they had beef stroganoff on special. Well, I ordered it. She ordered French toast and bacon, crispy. You barely got in before sunset. It's a good thing. Vampires be out after dark. Anyways, or the gargoyles. I took a bite out of it. It wasn't bad, but it had a distinct taste to it. I took another bite, and I ate probably a third of it. And I was telling Kathy, I said, man, I know they put sour cream in beef stroganoff, but I think that's all that's in here is just sour cream. Because that's all I could taste was sour cream. And they had probably 2 pieces or 3 pieces of beef about this big in it. So Kathy finished, and the waitress come over and says, you want a to-go box? I said, no, thank you. She said, you didn't like it? I said, well, I know it's supposed to have sour cream in it. Yeah, it's supposed to have cream in it. She said, yeah, it's got sour cream in it. I said, but I think this has got an extraordinary amount of sour cream in it. Usually it's just like, a half a cup of sour cream per, when you make it or per batch. I'm not a sour cream fan, but I'll eat sour cream if it's in something, But this thing had an extraordinary amount of sour cream. And but wouldn't have been for that, it probably would have been good, because I've had beef stroganoff from several other places, and it was never that strong. Yeah, the streetwalkers would come get you, yeah. So, Hippie Chick, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Anyways, she said, well, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to pay for it. If you don't like it, you don't got to pay for it. I said, I'll pay for it. She said, no, if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. I said, well, thank you, but I'd still pay for it because I ordered it. And so she took it off the bill, which was okay with me. You know, I still would have paid for it. I told Kathy, she said, well, why don't you tell them you don't want it and get something different? I said, I ordered it, I'll pay for it. But I don't think the people that made the beef stroganoff actually know how to make beef stroganoff. So. Kim, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So, I had a rough night last night, so when he got home, I went in and stretched out on the recliner, and the kitty, she must have had a rough day too, because she jumped up there and she laid between my kneecaps, and she had to get herself in a nappy. So I got a guy supposed to be here Sunday. He wants to look at my Troy-Bilt rototiller. So I told him, come look at her. Colton, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah. I don't even get the notifications no more. YouTube, they changed it. Now it just says, instead of every 18 minutes or whatever, it just says medium, and it doesn't flash on my screen telling me when commercials show up anymore. You're welcome. You're rounding up some supper. No, they just started doing it this week. So if you live stream, it doesn't show, it used to show you could select how many every, if you wanted to do it every 6 minutes or 12 minutes or 18 or 24 or whatever for a commercial. Now you don't do that. It says low, medium, or high. I am starting to get back to normal. Thank God. For video games, yeah. Boiled cabbage and biscuits. Well, hey, I like butter beans and hot links and boiled cabbage and biscuits. I don't know about all together, but I like it. I was at the Dollar Tree the other day, the $1.25 store, and they had one can left of seasoned butter beans. So I grabbed it. I've been on their website several times and I can't seem to find, I'd buy a couple of cases if I could get them. That way, when they stop getting them, at least I have them. But don't go into relapse. There you go, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go into relapse. That was bad. Oh, yeah? No, I like their seasoned butter beans. And for a while, you could go into the store all the time and buy them. I haven't seen them there in months. And then I went in there about 3 weeks ago, I guess it was, and there was one can on the shelf. It was. I like these seasoned butter beans. I'll open them up, put them in a bowl, and I'll sprinkle some chili pepper flakes on them and throw them in the microwave and heat them up. And they are fantastic. And they're even better if you got some, like ham cubes or something like that you put on salads or something like that. You throw those in the bowl and warm them up, or real bacon bits. Throw those in the bowl and warm them up, or a hot serrano pepper, Hamahawks. I'm just talking about one little bowl. You put a ham hock in there, then you got, you have to get a whole kettle. Yeah, it's $1.25 store. Everything's $1.25, I think, or it's $1.75 now. I don't know. The seasoned baked lima beans or butter beans, or the ham hocks. Yeah, $1.25 ish. Yeah. Oh, the serrano peppers. I haven't seen it the Dollar Tree in a while, but I used to like getting their cheese stuffed raviolis. They're in the freezer, and they're about that big around. And I'd buy 3 or 4 bags, maybe 5, and I would boil them like the package says to boil them. And I would get them out and let them drain. And then I would put them in a pan. I'd put some spaghetti sauce or Italian pasta sauce on the bottom, and I would put the raviolis on top of it. Then I'd sprinkle some mozzarella cheese and then some more sauce, and then I would stack the raviolis up and make it like a ravioli lasagna. And that was pretty good. Bake it in the oven. It is good. The frozen ravioli is pretty good. You can't believe it for the price. There we are. There we are. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. Anyways, we buy our cheese either from Myers grocery store or well, we'll get it from Aldi's if we're there, but at Walmart, one or the other. Basically, cheese is cheese. Just in time for a commercial. Hey, I know where I'm making my money. Um, cheese is cheese. Um, some are better than others, but they're most for the most part they're all the same. Anyways, let's see. I didn't take pictures of the two machines. I have to do that tomorrow. I was going to do it today and forgot. So, well, good evening, Rosanna, Rosanna, Dana, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna, Rosanna, Dana, Anna. I asked about you Sunday night if anybody has seen you. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you. I've been worried about you. I thought you got up and left this country and just left us all hanging. Huh. I've been broken down. Yeah, I was broke down for a week. Actually, about 8 days, 8 or 9 days. Yeah. My fuel tank and exhaust system took a dump. Yeah. I don't know if you guys watched that sheriff from Polk County. He's on Facebook. I think it's called the Polk County Sheriff Department or whatever. You can like him and follow him. He was showing yesterday the morning talk or whatever. Give a picture of a guy. And they said like everybody we arrest, we take them and throw them through, put them through a scanner to make sure they're not bringing anything into the jail. he showed an x-ray of this guy, a scan, and this guy had something in his body. Come to find out, this guy had a thermos in his body cavity, and he did not swallow it. Are you talking about with while he was on his bed? I guess some representative from North Carolina got arrested for being a pedophile. Well, let's just say this, Junkyard. He said, watch this. I'm going to sit down on this chair right here and I'm going to watch this thermos disappear. They had to get a specialist flown into the hospital to remove this thing. And they said it was a good thing they did remove it or the guy was going to die. Letitia got arrested. Yeah, she got indicted. Comey's been indicted. Bill and Hillary skipped out on their subpoena today. He said, hold my beer. That's right. Never mind, I'll hold it myself. Things are looking up, you're right. Well, you never can tell. Maybe the guy was just getting ready for prison. I don't know. Or maybe he thought if he kept it room body temperature, his coffee would stay hotter longer. Never can tell. Nothing surprises me anymore what people do. Now, Letitia, she was out there and she was claiming it was a witch hunt. It was all political. You know, they're just going after her. Huh. Well, wasn't it political and a witch hunt when she went after Trump? Well, either that or he had a good supply of WD-40. Yeah. But then again, Greg, he was on meth or something like that, and he had spent like 5 years in prison. So, you know, he was already probably ripe for the pickings, if you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. Never heard one come out and tunk like a ball-peen hammer on the cement floor, though, have you? That's what it sounds like. You're going to find out what we call this stuff. Okay. Hey, tennis shoes, you old snuggle bunny, you. Hi, Tammy. I definitely got to get a haircut. And I know it seems such a shame to cut such nice hair, but I got to get a haircut. That's not that. It's right. It always grows longer right here on the sides. I'd just get that cut. I'd be fine. If I only knew somebody that could cut hair. Huh. I wish I could remember if I knew somebody that could cut hair. They really don't even have to cut it. All they got to do is just plug in the clippers and let the clippers do the work. No, I'm not transitioning, Greg. No. No, I'm just too damn cheap to go to a high dollar barber when I know somebody that I know can cut my hair for free. Hmm. Well, when you come into Michigan, Rosanna, huh? That's what I was thinking, Kathy. Who could that be that cuts hair? Huh? Hmm. Evening, cornbread. Is Tenny still seeing that other guy at the movies? No, no, no. Oh, oh. Tanny, you did. That's what I'm thinking. Mow it down. Alan, good evening. Kevin put out a video today showing all the scrap iron he has in his garage. I watched it. Hurry up. Hurry up and do what? It was yellow and green scrap iron in his garage. Well, that's not good. Huh. I don't have scrap. I have fine collectibles. I've already did a video of the garage once before. Yeah, did you, with a Nissan? Yeah. Can you put an electric pump on it? What'd you do? Drag it from Texas to Oklahoma? Oh, to the operating room? Well, you said you had to get it to good ground. I figured it was in Texas at one point. You had to get it to Oklahoma. It's full again, yeah. Oh, you got to, okay. Just needs a surgeon. Yeah, you got to find yourself a surgeon to put it on. Huh. Well, you forgot about the dump trailer or the trailers, and that one of them has a bucket loader on it, and the other one has a sickle bar. I seen the other day there was a Cub Cadet trailer, one wheel, had a swivel wheel in the back. You hooked it up to your trailer, and I never seen one before, but huh. I actually seen an Alice Chalmers riding lawnmower yesterday on Facebook that some guy bought. They had a forklift conversion kit on. It come You could buy it from Alice Chalmers um, for the riding lawnmowers. I don't know. It was a one wheel cart. Didn't have any axle underneath it. It had a single swivel wheel at the very back, and it said Cub Cadet or International Cub Cadet. So I'm just saying that's what I seen. The guys, it was on Facebook. Guy said it was rare. Wasn't very many made, and it was $450 he wanted for it. So I don't know if he sold it. I was gonna send it to you, but I didn't. A lazy left. Huh. Ouch. So, what you guys' plans for the weekend? Yeah, yeah, it's a swivel wheel. But this was just a little like 3 foot long trailer by maybe 30 inches wide or whatever with a single wheel on the back. Of course, I take credit cards. Doesn't everybody? There's an auction going on down at J and M's. I'm gonna go there, see what they got. Nothing. I don't know. Last time I was there, I bought some small garden tractor implements and stuff for walk behinds, cultivator and drag and stuff like that. $2 a piece. I thought it was cheap enough. Food stamp plastic, right?
Do you want one or not?
What you got? What you getting? A popsicle? Huh.
I know you are. Well, then you better stay your ass in bed. Give us the card.
That's right. Nobody's getting out of bed before 6 o'clock. I need to sleep in. I've been waking up at 3:30 and can't get back to bed. The kitty, she knows when it's 5:30 or whereabouts.
Oh, I mean, she sleeps all day.
Yeah. She'll sit right there and she'll bother me from like,
She's in her bed now.
I know sleeping. Yeah. She'll sit there and bother me until I get up and get her treats.
Why'd you drink that pot?
Because you got that bottled Fago over there.
You used to sell that, so
What? Not caramel.
Caramel?
Isn't it caramel?
What are you talking about? Oh,
What is that?
candy apple.
Huh?
Candy apple.
Yeah, I never sold candy apple.
Yeah. Burners, you didn't have to drink the Dr. Pepper.
Plow days. There you go. I've been to a couple of Autoramas down in Toledo. They were pretty good. Junkers and Collectors Edition? Yeah. I tell you what, when I was younger, I used to like walking around the junkyard, man, because you just see so much stuff, you know, that you haven't seen in a long time or that you've never seen. First time I ever seen a 1964 Chevrolet, Bel Air, 1964 Pontiac Tempest with a rear engine in it. Was in a junkyard. Never seen one before that. Need my scooter? Well, I had to find a person that bought it because I'm needing another one. I keep looking for a new scooter. You know, buy and sell, buy and sell. I got my Hoveround out the other day, put batteries in it that I had, and it's working, but it's not working. The keypad is bad on it. Well, they want $300 and some for a new keypad, and I'm not spending that for a keypad, so I like cars that's got fins or wings. 59 Chevy, I think, is the one I like the best. The wings come out to the side instead of going up. Or 60. Anyways, I'm probably going to end up parting out the Hoveround because the motors are still good in it, but the keypad is bad. So Elvis might be there. You mean Bob? Bobby Radio? Yeah. I'll try to find it. I've looked on Amazon. I can't find it there. So, um, Bob Joyce is what I was going to say. Bob Joyce is going to be at the car show. The keypad is where your joystick is. You turn on the hover round, and then it's got your variable speed for slow to fast, and then it's got your horn on it. But it also has your joystick on the keypad itself. Well, in order to turn it on, I was watching a mobility scooter repair shop, and they were talking about if your mobility scooter has a keypad and it doesn't start or it doesn't turn on, lift the keypad itself, the rubber on it, and then take a piece of metal and go into the power hole and touch it. If it turns on, then you know your keypad is bad. So it'll turn on if I do it that way, but it won't operate. It'll move, and it might be something to do with the batteries too, but it moves really slow. So did you get a rain check? Oh, they were closeout? Well, it's not the same for that, but I've been looking for another cheap hover round for parts or whatever, but I might get in the same problem. Could be a bad keyboard or keypad. Until it didn't, that's right. Well, I'm sorry for your loss there, Junkyard. They had their Harbor Freight sale this weekend, but I can't go to that stuff. I'll walk out bankrupt. Did you see Harbor Freight now sells V8 engines, Predators? It's all I need is forward and reverse. That's right. Well, on the hover round, you got to have you have to wire it up to 2 switches with um, spring loaded switches. You'd have to push the switch forward to go forward and pull it back to go backwards, and then push one and let off the other or whatever in order to get it to turn, because each wheel is on a separate when you put it on the joystick, each wheel is on on a separate circuit. V8 Predator motors. Now, segue, there you go. All right, everybody, time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless, prayers and peace, and I will see you Sunday night. Take care, everybody.